God, that'll never get old. Hey guys, welcome back to the mothership. It's been a while. I know for you guys it isn't. You know, you see a new video pop up in your feed every single week because that's what we do here. We do weekly videos. But behind the scenes, it actually has been a while since I've recorded. I got some stuff going on in the personal life. I have a pretty big test, professional designation test that I have in actually 2 weeks from now, so that's taken up a lot of my time just studying. I don't really get out much. When I do, it's for a quick ride and I'm not recording. I'm just trying to defrag a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to apologize. Now some of you might be happy that I haven't been doing video logs, but that is part of this channel. I need to do more of those. Like I said, time has just been a little difficult, and when I am out, I'm just relaxing, not thinking about anything. Now, as far as the channel, guys, you know, I'm really thankful to all of you. If I'm not there by this video, I'm pretty close. We're almost at 100 subs, and that's really awesome, guys. You know, I really appreciate the support from you dudes. If this is your first video, it'd be really cool if you hit that button, help add to the numbers. But it is really cool. It shows me that you guys, that I'm not just doing this for my own to hear my own voice, although I would probably still be putting out the videos if no one's watching, because I do enjoy doing this. Thank you guys. Let's keep it going. Let's see what we can build with this channel. I want to build a community with you guys, and this is a great start. Got that out of the way. Cool. You know, I've been riding this bike now since I got it. Well, actually, when I got it, it took a while for it to come back because it was January and I wasn't riding anyway. But since February, really, I've been riding this bike pretty heavily. I've put a lot of miles on this thing, almost 1,000. And for some of you guys, you're probably laughing. 1,000 miles in a couple months isn't a big deal. But when we've had snow for half of it, I feel like that's a pretty decent amount of riding on this bike. And you know, my views on this thing haven't changed. I'm still so happy I bought the Street Bob. If you're out there and you're thinking about, you know, what bike should I get, Street Bob's a great choice, man. This bike is just so awesome, and with a different sounding exhaust on it, you know, I think I definitely changed the performance curve on this bike with my Stage 1. But even if I did, just the sound alone makes it such a more fun bike. It's pretty great. But I think I might have mentioned this in a different video. My brother, I reviewed his Honda Rebel some point last year. I think the video came out maybe in December. And he's been talking about getting a new bike for a while. And you know, one of the things, my brother's a bit of a contrarian, which is kind of ridiculous because he does own a BMW, which is, like, you know, a pretty common vehicle. But he's a contrarian when it comes to the bikes. You know, he was telling me he didn't want to get a Harley, and his reasoning was really he just didn't want to be a Harley guy. He didn't want to buy into the culture and be that guy. And he was pretty adamant about that for a while. He was really interested. He's interested in this style of bike. He wants a cruiser. He was really interested in the Indians for a while, you know, and I don't really blame him. The Dark Chief is kind of an awesome bike. I really want to get out and ride one of those suckers. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they have a lot of supply at dealerships, but either way, I do really want to get out and try one of those bikes. So the other day, I convinced him, you know, next time you're in the area, John, bring your boots, bring your helmet, your jacket, and I'll take you out on my bike. You know, just don't write it off. You know, just don't write off Harleys completely, just based on, you know, your thoughts about them. And he did. He came out. I took Tony's bike. He took my bike, and I think he's changed his tune. Honestly, I think all of his notions about Harley Davidsons, you know, if you're on the internet and you're reading about power curves and all that stuff and RPMs and lean angles, they do read on paper like they're a bunch of dinosaurs. I mean, I think we can all kind of admit that. But it's a different kind of ride, man. This Street Bob is a different kind of ride than, you know, your standard metric, and that's just fact. They ride different, and I think he really enjoyed it. I don't know if he's going to end up on a Softail. He might still end up on an Indian, but I think he softened his thought on the brand. And that kind of brings me to So the the point of this video, I guess, what's going on with Harley? Some news came out the other day that they're spinning off the Livewire line. So I guess the Livewire is no longer a Harley Davidson, it's just a Livewire. I'm not sure how that will play out. But if you had asked me what's going on with Harley last year at this time, I would have actually been a lot more negative, to be completely honest. From a financial perspective, Harley's not fantastic. Spoiler, I work kind of in the numbers markets, and Harley is doing a lot of debt type stuff to make their numbers look better than they are. But in general, they're not super great. They're not horrible, but they're not super great. Now, Harley Davidson, though, I think the biggest thing they've done is that Pan American. I don't want that bike. I'd like to ride it, but I don't see myself as an adventure guy. But they put out a new motor with a completely different kind of bike, and the reception seems to be very positive. Everyone I've seen who's rode it, assuming that they actually like those kind of bikes, I've really enjoyed it. Matt Laidlaw, everybody go check out his channel. He did a really good long review of it, actually on some dirt, and he seemed very, very pleased with it. Granted, I think the guy owns a dealership, so I don't know if he'd ever not be pleased with the Harley, but that's an inconvenient fact. But that motorcycle, the Pan America, introduces a lot of stuff to the Harley Davidson that we hadn't seen before. It introduced I guess we have seen a higher revving Harley motor before, but it made one mainstream. It introduced a bike at a good price point also, which is, I know us Harley riders, we suck it up. Like, I thought the new Street Bob was a good price point for what you're getting, but in reality, Harley Davidson are very expensive motorcycles. They're not quite as expensive as like a BMW, but they introduced the Pan America at a good price point. You can't say the same for the Livewire when it came out. It was priced almost double what the Zero electric motorcycles were at. But Pan America came at a new price point, a good price point. It came with a new motor that seems to be putting out some serious numbers. Those horsepower numbers are no joke on that bike. It came with a lot of electronics that we don't see in these motorcycles. If you are one of those guys that's a little bit miffed that your bike doesn't have all the bells and whistles, and the Pan America kind of just threw them all at their first bike, cruise control, touchscreen, navigation, all that, you shouldn't be upset. I mean, I don't really give a shit about all that stuff, to be completely honest. I really like my bike the way it is. That's kind of the reason I bought a Street Bob's, because I wanted the minimalist look. But the point is that they can do all that stuff. We've had Apple play on our touring bikes. We've had a lot of those creature comforts. But the fact that they introduced it on a new model with all these bells and whistles means that we'll probably see it on new bikes in the future, guys. Coming standard with cruise control and ABS. I think ABS is probably something that should be on all bikes, but coming standard with it is a big deal. That new motor is a big deal. The fact that they branched into a different market, granted I think they kind of had to, because I believe adventure bikes are still the fastest growing market out there for motorcycles. The fact that they're willing to do this stuff, A, shows that the company is trying, and B, that they are realizing they need to embrace a little bit of modernity on their motorcycles. And I'm really excited for that. There is the elephant in the room, which is the Sportster line. I'd really, really be upset to watch it go, but I mean, we've all talked about it for years, but I think it's probably going to happen. Getting cut out of Europe is a big deal with those Evo motors, and if they can't sell those bikes in such a huge market the way they are, they're going to have to do something. I don't think they'll get rid of the smaller Sportster line, like the smaller Harley line. I think we'll see, maybe not the 1250, we might see that new 1250 in it, but I think we'll see a smaller version, and I think we'll see a 1250 in the next couple of years. And I really hope so. I'm excited to see what that would look like. Now, I know I've been giving glowing reviews to that Pan American, but I do have to say, the thing is ugly as sin. If you're into that bike, more power to you, but holy God, that front end just looks atrocious. And that square windshield, whew, not my cup of tea, not a fan. Aesthetically, I'm excited for what that bike is doing for Harley Davidson, but I'm not excited about how it looks. Yeah, we'll see what it'll be interesting to see how that motorcycle sells in the future. You know, if you guys have any other thoughts on that bike, you know, drop below. I'm also kind of interested in this Icon line that Harley's doing. I realize that's not a game changer for the market. They're only making, I think I saw 1,500 of each one, so it's not really a game changer. It's kind of just a shout out to bikes of the past, which I really like. You know, not all of us are around in the 70s. I certainly wasn't. We didn't get to see those bikes in their heyday. And you know, I'm sure there are purists out there that say you're just basically putting a new paint job on a modern bike and calling it something else, which is a very fair criticism. But it is cool to see some of the retro paint stylings and all that on newer bikes, and I think I'd like it a step further if they actually produce more of them. If we can get like a seafoam green on our bikes, I'd probably be down for that, honestly. Not everything has to be black to be a Harley. I think it'd be really cool to see, you know, like the skater punk green on my bikes. But I digress. I'm excited to see where that goes. Springer would be pretty sick. What do you guys think? Do you think they'd have a Springer Icon? I think that'd be sick. But yeah, you know, I wanted to get out and just do a video. Honestly, it's been a while. I wanted to chat about Harleys, chat about the future of the company and what my thoughts are. I'm not an industry analyst by any means, but I do follow this stuff pretty religiously. I'm into motorcycles, so I like to see what's going on. If you guys want to be part of the conversation, drop a comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think Harley's on a good path now? Have your thoughts changed from last year like mine have? Are you more optimistic about the company? Are you excited for the changes? Or are you kind of thinking we should stay with the purists and kept making what they do best, which are these bikes? Or I guess they're touring bikes or what they do best, but I like this bike. What do you guys think? Drop a comment. If you want to see this kind of stuff when it comes out, subscription, you know the game. A like would be cool, guys. And as always, ride safe, guys. Get out, enjoy the weather. Don't listen to people's shit about Harley Davidson. Just ride what you love. Side note, Reddit right now is making fun of fairings, so I want to point out that Anthony's fairing looks stupid, and I'm not a fan. Ride safe, guys. I love you all. Peace.